Meanwhile, the government shutdown turned what should have been a weekend of fun into panic for one Mid-South woman and her friends. Fox 13's Kristen Talent joins us in studio now with how the shutdown put this woman and her horse at risk. Good evening, Kristen.
Hey there, Daryl. The Alabama Yellowhammer Pioneer Endurance Ride is a popular event for horse enthusiasts that takes place each and every year at the Talladega National Forest. This year, that event was shortened by a day because of the government shutdown, and riders and their horses were kicked out of the park late evening, potentially putting them in danger. To Anne Liddell, horses are family. She's been riding since she was a child, but she's never experienced anything like she did last weekend at an endurance ride at the Talladega National Forest.
It was around about 8 o'clock on Friday evening. We were told that there were law enforcement people on their way and we needed to pack and leave.
Though the government shutdown, which closed national parks, started days before the Alabama Yellowhammer Pioneer Endurance Ride, riders were told they could bring their horses and compete anyway.
But at that point, they had felt that we were free to use the trails on the Friday, and that after our horses had rested and finished competing, and then we would be able to leave when we felt our horses were ready.
Nearly 100 riders had set up camp in the National Forest, expecting to leave Saturday morning after their horses had rested and rehydrated from their 50-mile ride. But when law enforcement showed up Friday night, Liddell's plans changed.
We were threatened that our vehicles would be impounded and our horses would be confiscated if we didn't pack up and leave right now. Let's go.
She says riders became extremely concerned for their horses as they did not have time to let them recover. Instead, they immediately had to load them into trailers to go home.
They can't rest is the concern, that it can be very stressful on a horse to have to do that.
Liddell says she was worried about her horse's health and safety as she set out for a 6-hour drive after being up for 24 hours. But she says driving home was her only choice.
If we'd had time to plan in advance, I might have only ridden, a shorter ride, or I probably would not have ridden that day.
And a reminder for you tonight, national parks will remain closed until the government is back in business, and so will the U.S. National Park Service website. Reporting live in the studio, Kristen Talent, Fox 13 News.
All right, thank you, Kristen. Are you frustrated with the shutdown and want to get in touch with your congressmen and senators? Well, we've made that easy for you as well. We've posted the contact information for all of the senators and congressmen and women who represent this area. You can find a link to that intelligence on our My Fox Memphis Facebook page.